Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So real quick today, I'm going to show you how I made the doll molds. Now, I have tons of doll face molds. I get dolls from the thrift store and that type of thing, and I make the molds of their face, and I use them for a million different things. Like for instance, this one's a smaller one. This is a bigger one. You can see, look how cool that looks. Almost 3D in there, doesn't it? Look at that 3D-ness. And it's a mold. Look how it looks 3D. That is freaking awesome. And then this is the one I've been using. That's cool how that looks 3D. Oh, I love it. So, you know, I'm going to show you how I do it. I buy the baby doll heads and I make molds. And then I have a baby doll. And I use Amazing Mold Putty. Now, Amazing Mold Putty is wonderful. You can get it at your local craft store. Use a coupon. But you can also use polymer clay. Polymer clay, they have it for like erasers, to make it for erasers and whatnot. And if you want me to do a video using polymer clay, making a mold, let me know down below and I will gladly do that for you guys. I'll get one of my baby dolls and make a mold. But like I said, right now, this is Amazing Mold Putty, and I just mix it, stick the head in there, and make it. So let me know if you guys want to see this made. I do have videos on my channel of me doing this. I think even this one I did on the channel. But then what I do is, now you can see I gessoed this one. And I wanted it to be, I didn't want it to be, it's kind of creepy. Do you know what I mean? It has like, it's hard for you to see because the lighting's being a little pain in the butt. But it's kind of got little holes in it and all. And I gessoed it. And you can see what it is. It's leftover sticks that I have. So sometimes with the mod melts, I would have like maybe a quarter of the stick left of the glitter, maybe, less than that of the clear. You can see how thin it is, but I throw them in molds. So that's what I did for this one. And then I wanted to show you, I did this again, and this is leftover clear and some white. And I made another baby doll face. Now, I'm going to take, this is the one I just made the face of, that I did the doll out of, but I'm going to make quick molds for you guys and show you how I do it with my mod melter. And then I'm going to show you how easy it comes out. I couldn't think of my train of thought. Now, let me tell you something. The mod melter, I love it. I love it. And I'm going to tell you why I love it, because I can use it as my glue gun and I can use it as what I'm doing here and make molds and all kinds of stuff. Now you see, real quick, see this? It has a little spillage, you know what I'm saying? A little pre-spillage. And I don't hate that. I am going to put it in, let that cool. Pick it up, comes up easy off there, and I'm going to put it in a container. And all those little spillages I can put into my UT burner, which I'll do a video to show you what to do with those little things. Don't throw them away. I'm cheap, and I love to use things over, you know what I mean? I like to use them and get my full advantage. So first I'm going to go. Now this has been heating. You want to leave this heat 3, 4, 5 minutes if you can. And I'm just going to squeeze. I have white in here right now, and I'm just squeezing. Look at me go, look at me go. Now, the one that I did the other day was a lot thicker than the ones I made here that I just showed you. So you can really make them, go to town. So I'm going to do this until it just doesn't want to do it anymore. And the benefit of really letting this sit to heat up is that it goes through much smoother. If you try to do it when it's not as hot, you plug it in and a minute later you're like, oh, I want to use it now, you're not going to have the best success because it's not all the way hot to melt it, if that makes sense. Okay, so now look, it has no resistance, right? So I know that I need another stick in there, but you know what? I'm going to leave that one just like that, and I'm not going to touch it. Now, you can see the two baby dolls, right? This one's, the eyes messed up and all that kind of thing. This one, not so much. So I'm going to stick my clear mod melt in there. And I'm going to push it in. And I'm going to keep pumping. And I'm just going to use the rest of my white that was in there. I think it's called milk glass. And I'm just, I think my dog's laying on the cord. He always does. I'm always yelling at him. And I'm just going to keep pumping it in. Come on, my friend. Now, let me show you something. You see how I'm getting to the end? And you can see, I'm going to lay that here for a second. See how I'm getting to the end? And you can see some like stringy, right? Well, I don't necessarily want that because I want it to fill the mold. So I'm going to take my heat gun or use your hair dryer. You want something hot. And I'm going to hit this with it. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. Now remember, these molds, you can put them in the oven with the amazing mold putty. Not necessarily the clay ones, but you can put chocolate in here and make a creepy doll chocolate head. Maybe I'll do that one day. I have to make a new mold because I've been using art stuff in these ones. Alright, so I'm just leaving this sit on here and become a little more liquefied. Just essentially melting it. So it goes into all those good crevices. Okay. And it just melted it a little bit better. Now these pieces right here, I'm just going to kind of push down. Alright. Well, let's do our glue again. See, now it's coming out clear. I don't care though because I'll be painting it. And I'm just going around the sides because I want to fill those crevices. Especially here because this is his eye. Or her eye, whatever you want. The baby doll's eye. I know it's hard for you guys to see, but I'm sorry, my dog's barking. And I'm going to use one more. And I'll show you different ways. I'll show you clay. I'll show you all that. So this one is the mod melt. And it's the same thing, just getting that one done. So I'm going to do the same thing I did. I'm just going to put this down and let this heat up for a second. I'm going to push that through. I'm going to grab this and just heat it. I know you can't see, but it's running down. That's what I want. And I'm going to tap it for bubbles. But it's already hardening, so. Okay. And then again, now you see a little squirted out here. Once that's dry, I'll put it in there. Because I can just use it for hot glue in my UT melter. And all's good in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Come on, baby. Let my fire. Oh my goodness, excuse me, my allergies tonight. Yeah, boy. Come on, there we go. I'm going to make it fairly thick. I don't want to keep you here. I think 7 minutes of me playing with the mod melter isn't exactly what they call fun, but I'm going to turn it around so I can hit over here a little bit more because I can't really see it. And a little more down here. And because I want this fairly clean around the edges, I will be able to cut it when it's done. Okay. That's all I'm going to do. I think you get the drift. And then I'm going to just real quick hit it with the heat gun. Like I said, it's not going to affect the mold because the mold can be baked and it's not, you know, you're not going to cook the mold. It's already baked. Already cured, rather. And then you can go around and flatten the back a little bit if you have a few bumps. This stuff you do not have to do. Okay. And literally, I'm going to leave this sit for a memento. And we're going to go into this one. Let's see what it did. I'm going to touch it. It's a little sticky still, so you really want to wait another second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a second, and then I will be back, and then we'll take them out. Okie dokie. All right. So I found another like little skull head that I had under here, and I just threw a little bit of that in there, and we'll do that in a minute. All right, so let's undo this one. So a little piece, I'm throwing it in there. Not a wasteful person, not normally. So you see it just comes right out. Like there's no issue. And now I have a baby doll head. Look how cool. So that'll be a head that I use on a doll. So I can make a gazillion of those. And we'll put that right there. So you see the difference, and this is just all the glue. You saw me do it. See if this is dry yet. Oh, I got some white paint on there somehow. And look, see, this is very flexible. It lifts out. There we go. Now, you can see around it, it's like kind of like Wolfman Jack kind of looking. Does anybody know who that is? And, you know, I used whatever pieces I had left. I have, like, for instance, see this piece right here? You know, I could put that in there and use it, you know, when I have extra little pieces around. But, and I'll do that in a second. If you don't want the mushed pieces around, right, which, not right this second, because I'm going to show you this. Yeah, just go around with any scissors that you have, especially when you take it out when it's first hard. You know when it's hard and you first take it out. Ooh la la! Okay. And you just cut, and I have like a little bloop right there when I touched it, a little wet, no big deal. You can see this little bloop. Take the heat gun to it, it'll remelt it, and it'll melt in there, and I'll show you that real quick. But then I have that. So I have these little pieces I'm going to put into my little, there we go. Into there. And like I said, I'll show you what I'm going to do with these when I get quite a bit. And then I'm going to take my heat gun that my dog continuously lays on. And can you see this little bump? Let's see if I turn it sideways. Kind of, you can see it right there. But I'm going to just give it a real quick melt. Hold your gun on there. It's going to melt a little bit, and it's going to melt the back too. So don't do too much, but do it enough that it kind of melts back in there. And then leave it harden up again. And you got a delicious doll. So I'll show you that in a second. I want to move it out the way. And you can go around all the sides and make it, you know, whatever you want. Now let's do this one. And to know it's done, like if you feel the bottom, it's not hot anymore. I tend to stick my finger. You can see a little bit that's still a little bit tacky. And so I'm just going to let that go for another minute. But let's do this. Let me show you what these look like. I'm going to move in. Move in. Oh, you're so fancy. All right. Okay, so I'm just moving in there, and I have this baby doll face, but I want you to be able to see it. So I'm going to take some black. Well, let's do some, how you say, amethyst metallic. And I'm going to give it a shake. Shake, 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 shake. And you know, I paint on the lid because I'm just weird that way. And I'm going to take my paintbrush and dip it in there. Take some off the top if you want. Pour it out on your thing. It doesn't matter. You do whatever way. You do you, Bo. All right. And I'm going to... Oh, you could throw crackle on here before you put the purple on or after you put the purple on. After it's dry, and do crackle and all the stuff. All the stuff. So let me hold that while I get this part. And then... Oh my God, my dog with this... This dog's gonna make me have such an anxiety attack. I don't know why he has to lay at my feet, which means he lays on everything I have here. All right. But I love him, so by 3 o'clock I'll be screaming at him. Stop it. But right now. Okay. And you can use anything you have to do that, you know. And then I like to take a little rag or towel or whatever and just kind of, I don't want to get into the crevices because I want the crevices to stay. But, you know, just kind of patting it a little bit, getting some of that off. You don't have to. And if you want more, if you accidentally take too much off, you just kind of do your thing. Right? And then it'll just come back, come back, come back, come back. All right. Can you see that a little better? You sure can, but I'll lift that up in a second. Now, let me show you. This is done now. And that, you see, I did like just a slice. So these are good to use if, let's say, we do a doll and we make the doll, we take some muslin and some stuffing and make a flat back, or you want to get a small styrofoam ball and then you glue his head on, right? And then put clay on the outside or a hat or flowers or what have you. Like I said, I could fill this up a lot more like I did the other one, but it's going to take me a minute in the video, and but I just want to show you how this comes out. And just because it's a little bit darker, the purple, so you guys can see the difference of the eyes and all from the other one. I'm not worrying about my thumbprints and all that, my fingerprints right now. I just want you to see. And this could be a doll too. This could be anything. I made that to be like I'm trying to get a baby doll, so. But I'll tell you, now this is the other mold. So you can see the difference. They just need to be darkened up a bit. Where I poked the eye out almost. Which you'll see in a moment. So. Okay. Okay. Put that in there. Do this right here. So you can see already the difference. But let me show you this. And these aren't dry yet, so, that's the one face. Very cool. Has to dry. No big deal. Or you can gesso over it and paint it. I'm just doing this for sake of you guys seeing. That's the one I just did. And you can, just throw in the color on so you guys can see the features a little better. And then that's one that I did. You can see the eyes missing. The eyes are different because I took that one eye out. And this one is, if I covered it again or if I gessoed it, it would make it, you wouldn't be able to see all the gradation in the colors. But look how cool. So cool. This is what I love to do when I sit and get overwhelmed and I'm like, I don't know what I want to do, or I get uninspired. I buy dolls from the thrift store and make masks or make things. Okay, now we're going to do this one. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, just scooching it and pushing up from the bottom until I get my finger under there. And this is not a baby doll. It is a skull face, which I'll probably have to color so you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm going to put all these little pieces in here because they all melt the same. And you can cut off any edges that you find. Okay. Let's see how well you can see that. Nah, can't see it that well. But if I put paint on it, you will be able to see it fine. See it fine. Let me pick a color. Let's do black this time. Just a little bit. See it come to life, you can see. This is just a, doll that I have here with a skull head. Sometimes I'll make them out of clay, bake them, and then make the molds. Depends on what you want to do. It's all up to you. But if I make something and I dig it and I'm like, you know what, I'll use that again in some way, I like to make molds of it. And like I said, you don't have to have anything special. Use your polymer clay. Again, if you want me to show you, I'll do it. Let me know down below. All right, now you can see this a little better. Look at that. See? Now if that dries, and I'd use a little white on top, and that'll make the black pop. So I'm going to leave that dry for a second. Put that there. Maybe I'll just hit it with my heat gun if I can get it away from my dog. Okay. That'll be good enough. Let's take some white. And I'm just going to use my finger Come on now. Yeah, see, it must be a little still tacky on the grip, but I'm using I have no patience. Plus, it's really, really humid here. You know, my nonstick mat. And I'm just using my finger a little bit. Look how cool that looks. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll put you there. Look at that. Now, yeah, I could have moved a little bit more over to the white, you know, more white over there, but I don't care. Look at that, how cool. That needs to go on a mixed media canvas or something. That's so cool. And then I wanted to show you, I'll show you on this one. I have it gessoed white. Now, if I take black, you could do it the opposite. Let me just show you. I'm going to do it real quick. I know this is too long of a video. I should have got some black. I should have done this in a different video, but so I'm just going in and smearing it around. Not pushing it in, just gently going over. So those cracks and crevices will show through. Makes it a little spooky. You know, and you go around the edges and all like you do. Okay. Wipe your hands off because you know that you'll end up wearing that all day on your face. So you see that? So now what I want to do with this one, because black's a little black. I mean, I could have used gray, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to take some of it off now. And what it's going to do is give me a lighter, not such a harsh. I like this, the harsh when it's underneath, but for this, see how I'm just wiping it and it's staying. It's staying because I gave it a second to dry. And I used, you know, I didn't use too much, but you can see how it hits those crevices. And if you want a little more off, let's say you're a little like, you know what, maybe I want a little bit more off. Well, take your water. I use my brush and I'll just do this on my rag, paper towel, whatever you're using. And then just lightly, see how you go in? So I can take some of that off. Oh my God, these freaking scissors move. Okay, stay there. Just to lighten it up a little bit. You can still keep dark in there if you want it. Oh yeah. Okay. Right, so you see that. And like I said, this is the one with the eye missing. No big deal. Because I'll when I do that, I'll tell you. You'll see me do the video and then you'll see what I was going to do, which you probably won't be as jazzed as I am about it, but I get excited over silly things. What I'm going to do. So now, just giving it a wipe. And now look how cool it looks. It's just different, right? It looks like concrete almost. I mean, it just looks different. And like I said, I'll be doing something. You'll see this doll again because you're going to see me doing something with it. So, and again, you can do any of these techniques or procedures with any of these dolls. But you can see the difference that you know, the things that you can make and do. So, any questions? Let me know down below. Let me know down below. Let me know down below. And I love you guys. I love you guys so very much. Let me know if you want me to show you how to make molds in polymer clay. Also, please share me everywhere like I'm your loose friend. I'm almost at 18. I think I need like 45 or 50 or something like that to get to 18. I'm so excited. And when I get to 18, I'm going to have a nice giveaway. Very nice giveaway. I have so many giveaways coming up for different things, and I'm so excited. So, and if you're new to my channel and you kind of dig me and like what I do, please subscribe. The button is down below, and I would so appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. I love you guys. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Anything you guys want me to show, how to make or how to do in the molds or whatever, let me know down below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.